Welcome back to Future Wrestling here on the Nerds Are Us channel. You join us for another wonderful edition of the show as we are rapidly approaching our season finale, which is Last Stand. And most of the match card is in place, but we still have a few little bits of business to deal with. So joining me tonight is my illustrious roster, as always. First off, on my left-hand side of the Brady Brun screen is the returning Cyrus Gold, who had a horrendous and totally coincidental bout of food poisoning the last couple of weeks, but it's good to see you back, Kev. You feeling ready to go? You feeling ready to fight again?
Yeah, it was actually when I went to the local medical facility, they said it looked more like I was poisoned as opposed to getting food poisoning.
Really?
Like someone was trying to steal my spot.
But that's never happened before.
Yeah,
and
who would steal anything in Future Wrestling?
Who would steal? Like it's a sin. Like Father Soul would say that to himself, that's a sin. Like nobody would do that, right? I'm right in saying like no one do that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Anyway, we will get to that in due course. On my right hand side, this week is our number one contender for the Future World Championship, or is he? KC playing Alan Morph. Now, Alan didn't really have a great day at the office last week, did he, KC?
It was a nightmare at the office. Worse than Amy's, let's be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Well, you know, this is what you do. The show goes on. You move on to the next fight, next match, and you get on with it.
Absolutely. You see, I love he's got the winning attitude already. Like, you know, you couldn't tell he was a Newcastle fan, could you? On the bottom left.
By the way, speaking of, great title defending this year, Liverpool.
Beautiful. We are the fucking what's that prick's name? We are the Jack Swagger of championship defenders. We are literally just one and fucking dones. We're brilliant and never to be seen again. So on the bottom left is Mr. James Rage. We have some early business to attend to in this show because we have to get our match sorted for the pay-per-view.
We do. Indeed, we do. James Rage is finally getting what he wants. So let's see how that plays out.
Yes.
Rusty trombone.
I mean, see how the match goes.
Yeah. Right. I think you may have taken the submission match the wrong way, James. I'm sorry that, yeah. He just cuts off the call. I'm done.
I'll give Selena back her gimp mask.
Oh no, you can keep it. She won't be where she's going. So in the center square this week is the center of attention, and I presume he definitely got that all by himself. Jim Morris, played by Aaron. So you're in the singles action tonight after your triumphant win against number one contender last week. You must be excited.
Oh, absolutely. It was fucking fantastic. Twice I've beaten him, and he's apparently number one contender. Disgrace. I should steal that too.
You should. It should be like a real kind of like old man yells at cloud situation when Jim Morris is on screen. Just like
pretty much what it is, in fairness.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just like gimmick overall.
Stealing from The Simpsons. He can't stop stealing shit.
Just nicking shit altogether. There's not one bit of original content at all. So
I for one liked Repo Man.
So, on the right-hand side tonight is Mr. Jerry Soul, the man to know, playing Rob Midas. And obviously representing all the interests of his client, Silver Fox, not here tonight, funny enough. But he is in singles action tonight, Mr. Midas, I believe, isn't he? He's up against Jack Freedom tonight?
Well, listen, we'll see how that goes. But that's, I'm not going to give any more information than I have to.
Fair enough. I like how you are being as coy as ever. And last but certainly not least then is Violet Storm, who playing by Kira tonight, who got a measure of revenge on Selena last week after a situation in the number one contender battle royal. Looks like you may have got what you want, Kira, as we're going to find out later on in the show. I fear the internet may have died again.
Well, I got told that you don't get anything by asking, so I took it into the Avengers.
Exactly. And you know what? It worked. It actually properly worked. Who says like politic doesn't work in wrestling? It certainly does in our case. But yes, we are away in a hack, lads. This is our roster for tonight, so let's get into it. So we get our opening titles, like you've just seen earlier on, and we get welcomed to the show by our broadcast colleagues, Rob Midas. Rob Midas is non-commentary. It's Mike Dublin, and it's Mike Dublin and Kratos O'Neill. And of course, as ever, we go, folks, welcome back to Future Wrestling here on the VCR network. We are just 2 weeks away from our biggest show to date at Future Wrestling's Last Stand. We have some stellar matches on the way, and one of them is just about to be signed. And Kratos, I think it's fair to say this is not a match we have ever expected we are going to see in our lifetime, but supposedly we have a submission match in our future, and it involves James Rage and the general manager of this very show, Kyle Decker. A very personal feud that's built up over the last couple of weeks between two, shall we say, very strong personalities on this roster. And it looks like tonight is where we're going to sign the contract and make it official. Fascinating to see how this is going to go. But the stage is set up here in the ring, and we're going to get to the contract signing, which is indeed the case. So, with that in mind, joining us to the ring first, obviously no ring announcing, because who does ring announcing for a fucking contract signing? I mean, what is this, AEW? We wouldn't do that. We don't do stupid shit like that over here.
We're professionals.
Absolute. Thank you, JB. Finally, we agree on something. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, you please welcome to the ring, James Rage.
So Rage out wearing, I suppose, training gear as opposed to ring gear. And I come out with a middle-aged, professional, stern-looking lady alongside me.
Is she the solicitor for the asylum?
Goddamn right she is. So we come out and we get in the ring.
Yes.
Requisite clipboard, yeah.
I was like, it makes sense. They're a very professional outfit. Of course, I have a talent liaison lady. Every company has one now at this stage. They're just like fucking automatically generated, apparently. But yes, the commentator's going well. Again, it looks like James Rage is all business here tonight, and to try and get this contract signed. Already the tensions in the air as we are about to see who he'll be facing at Last Stand in a couple of weeks' time. And indeed, that is the case. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring the general manager of Future Wrestling, Kyle Decker.
Boo.
So, so with that in mind, then, so Decker does walk out indeed, by himself. Doesn't have anyone, I suppose, talent liaison otherwise. He just walks out by himself. He does have the contract with him though, which is, I suppose, very important in this situation. And he just walks out, kind of like more subdued entrance more than anything else. He's kind of more focused on just getting this signed first, and then whatever happens afterwards is the case. So yeah, he just steps into the ring and stands on the opposite side of the table to James Rage. At which point then Mike Dublin is in the ring, the master of proceedings, and just simply says, well, folks, as I've just said on commentary there, and to use here in the live audience, this is a match that perhaps we thought we'd never get to see here in Future Wrestling, but it looks like it's the only way to settle this animosity between you two competitors here, James Rage and our general manager, Kyle Decker. The contract has been generated over the week by the VCR network. You have both agreed to make this a submissions-only match. So the last thing we need to do is to sign this contract. So I basically, so myself and Ray just kind of staring at each other at this point, and I basically gesture for him to sign it first, and let's see if he takes me up on that offer.
Nope, doesn't move a muscle.
I like it.
Your move.
So again, there's a bit of a standoff here at this point, and like Mike is there in the middle, just going like, "Folk guys, we do actually need to get this contract signed, or else the match isn't official. So I have to ask one of you to sign the contract." So at which point Decker kind of takes a glance to like Mike and just goes. At which point the commentator dutifully gets out of the ring. You know, Rage, I've done a lot of thinking about this match the last week. Once I finally made my decision. In a way, a couple of months ago, I wouldn't have fallen for something like this. I wouldn't have even thought of it. Because like I said, I consider myself retired. In a way, I still do. But there's certain things that you can't stay on the sidelines for. When people start challenging you, your authority, your reputation, your legacy, that's the stuff you just can't stand by. You can't just let that happen. I've learned that from a long time ago, and I'm sure you know that as well. I'm not exactly proud of letting this personal animosity cloud my judgment as a general manager. I'm not proud of the fact that I let emotions run wild. But sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes that needs to be done in order to get this over the line. I want this done, Rage. Simple as that. And it's not about me. It's not about me against the network. It's not me against the Asylum Fight Camp. It's not me or anything about that. This is between me and you. And this isn't about one-upsmanship. This isn't about anything like that. This is about respect. You and me are a lot similar than you might think. A long time ago, I was very much like you. All the talent, all the confidence in the world. I thought the world owed me something because I thought I was so damn good. But where did that get me? Broken back, a ruined career, never accomplished anything I set out for. I had the wrong attitude. I never got where I wanted to be because of that. A few measly tag team reigns that didn't even last weeks. That's it. See this? All of this is my legacy. Future wrestling is my body of work. And I've had to earn it. Because there was a time in my life that I never thought I'd see professional wrestling again. There's a time in my life I thought I'd never see anything again. When something like that happens to you, your whole mindset changes. Everything about you changes. In a way, I have to thank you for making me reignite that spark. For thinking that maybe this is possible again. That I could walk into this ring and square up to somebody who thinks they're top dog and teach them a lesson in respect. At which point I take the contract, sign it, and hand it over to you. Now, I know the way you think. I know the way you guys in the Asylum behave. You're all about respect. You're all about prestige. You're all about this proving that you're the bigger man. You don't need them. You've never needed them. You've never needed Titus or Texera or any of those boys. You have always been your own man. I can see it in your eyes. You would rather fight this battle by yourself than having these guys swarming around you like fucking wasps. Let's do this the right way. If we're going to have this match, no interference, not from my side or yours. Just me and you for respect. That's it.
Kyle, honestly, the more you talk, the more amused I become because frankly, you're just exposing yourself. You could not be more delusional. You're talking about this match as though it's about respect when you sat there and you told me in plain terms that you didn't respect me. Right from the beginning, you've never respected me. And Kyle, that's part of the problem. Now, you see, there's a couple of things I need to set straight because you see, James Rage's last moment on air last week was getting his head stomped into a set of ring steps. But Kyle, as my lights went out, everybody started to see. Everybody started to see what you truly are. You talk about your legacy being this company, and that's not true, Kyle. You're the same low down, no good son of a bitch you've always been. And all I have ever done is try to set out to show everybody that that is the case. Now, last week, you showed everyone that that was true because you see, I hesitated. I had a chair. At another point, I had ring steps. And both times I stopped because I wanted to make sure that this match would happen. You didn't have that hesitation though, did you, Kyle? I can see you've still got that killer instinct. Unfortunately, backing it up is the problem. Because if you roll it back a little further to the week before, we did cross paths, and it was a bit of a debacle. I threw elbows, you threw chops, you threw your coat, I threw you off the goddamn stage. We're playing on different levels. And Kyle, that's not even going into the veracity of your supposedly career-ending injury. But Kyle, it's okay. It's okay, because you see, karma, much like you, is a bitch, and it's going to come back around and bite you. I promise you, come last stand, every injury that you've ever claimed to have, you'll have it, buddy. So yeah, you're right. This match is you and me. And you talk about the asylum as though they swarm around me like wasps. I defy you to find one James Rage moment that was sullied by any of my students. Everything I have done has purely been as a teaching moment for them. But you've got it, Kyle. Last stand is you and me, one-on-one, mano-y-mano. But I'm not going to sign this contract right now, Kyle, because I know better. I know exactly the kind of man you are, and I am not signing this document until my solicitor has given me the okay. Did you really think I was just going to blindly sign a contract? Do you blindly sign contracts that are put in front of you, Kyle? Is that how we ended up with Jim Morris on this roster? This is about to end, Kyle.
Here, your solicitor can read it. I've done everything that needs to be done, and this has been cross-checked. This has been double signed by the VCR network themselves. There's no interference here. There's no funny business. I've said this before. You mentioned respect. I'm giving you the opportunity to earn my respect. You tapped me out in the middle of the ring, the biggest show I'm ever going to organize. I'm happy to take that hit to my ego. Are you ready to take that hit? Because let's think about it. What happens if you do tap out to a retired general manager, killer instinct or not, former pro wrestler or not? It doesn't look good to the guy who thinks he's the alpha dog on the roster if he suddenly gets choked out by a guy who said goodbye to wrestling 9 months ago. And by the way, my injury is serious. I can show you the scars. They're still there. So don't ever try and accuse me of faking anything. I haven't faked a thing since I started this company, since I started wrestling. I am as real as it gets, James Rage. But why would you know? Why would you know? Why would you know about what has been real when you have your solicitor here by your side, checking over your paperwork tooth and comb? You know, I would have thought you would have done that yourself. Or maybe you might get someone else from the camp to fight in your place instead. See, this is the thing about this. This is why I don't respect you as a competitor. You talk a big game. You twilt everything in your favor. Every match you've had is an asylum fight camp, an asylum gauntlet match. You have to get people to prove your worth to you. What are you? Okay, you don't even run the asylum fight camp. You're a top student of theirs. You went out on your own, didn't work, you came back, and then suddenly they're swarming around you. They think you are the hot property. Don't you see? They're leeching off you as much as anyone else is. So you claim. But of course, they're wearing the same colors as you, so you don't care. So this is the thing. I've always been an individual. I have always been that kind of guy. I've always lived by my own credo, and so should you. That's what you claim. Back it up. Sign the contract. Forget about all those other boys say in the back. Whatever what your solicitor says, you don't need them. So come on, James. What's it going to be?
You talk about being an individual, and that's very evident because really you didn't care when I mangled your student's face, did you? No, you just left that happen, Kyle, and you hid in the back, scared of me as you always have been. And that's fine. Because honestly, It doesn't matter anymore. I check with the attorney. She nods. I take the contract and I say, Kyle, you need to understand. When I signed this contract, it's set in stone. You need to understand that last stand will be your last stand. Kyle, you will never know a day of your life again without pain. And that will be your legacy. Sign the contract.
Took you a while. You got there in the end. Good. I'm glad we got this done. Just one last thing for you to do. Time for you to get rid of let's get rid of the asylum once and for all. You've got a match coming up next. Oh, don't worry, we cleared it. You know about this as well as I do. But I didn't say who you were going to face. So you got your choice. You want to take on one of the lackeys? Like Texera? Maybe Dawson? Or how about Titus? You never faced him in the ring, have you? How about you put him down? Lay down a marker and prove to me that it is just me and you. Because if you put down Titus in the middle of the ring, I don't see any of your silent boys coming to run to your aid come last stand.
How gullible do you think I am, Kyle? I'll face Carlton Titus. I will face the best student I have ever had. And it'll be a clean contest. But Kyle, don't for 2 seconds think that I'm doing this because I have anything to prove to you or to anybody else. This match will happen in the spirit of competition, exactly how our match won't. Now, I suggest that you go backstage and allow me get some ratings for this show.
And we leave it there. So we cut the commercial on that. I think I rather enjoyed that one. Thank you, James. Very good. I will give you.
You said sign contract. I was like, please tell me you actually say that because that would be hilarious.
I look at the attorney.
Signs contract.
I'm just happy I got my Jim Morris shot in.
You didn't budge, and I was like sitting there going, he's gonna crack a smile surely, and he didn't. I was like, fucking fair fucks him.
Not Stoneface Jamie.
Mm-hmm. And Stoneface Jamie also has done what no one else has ever done since I started this gimmick. He has untapped the secret momentum.
Holy shit!
A special word. It was Jim Morris.
That's bollocks. I was going to be using that several times.
Oh, don't worry. I have a second one. There's a second one in play, lads. Don't worry. But that means, James Rage, you get an extra +2 momentum for your match up next. But also, I'm giving you a +3 for that promo. So give us a +2 look roll, please. Oh, that'll do nicely. Yes. So you're now 4 momentum for your match coming up.
Excellent.
Which is nice. And indeed, we cut the commercial, and when we come back, James Rage is in the ring, ready to go. And right beside him is Carlton Titus. He's after coming in during the break, and they're both in like the asylum kind of fight gear, same colors. And we hear the ring announcer going, "Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall."
Uno fall.
One fall.
One fall.
It's like a depressed echo. What the fuck was that? Anyway, introducing the competitors. First in the corner to my left, weighing in at 312 pounds from the Asylum Fight Camp, Carlton Titus. And to the corner to my left, weighing in at 234 pounds, also from the Asylum Fight Camp, James Rage. So again, both of you are kind of warming up, just kind of staring each other down, and the bell rings. So I'll play on behalf of Carlton. And James, give us your opening roll. And it's a 7, same as me. So let's roll again.
No. It's a 6.
It's a 6, right. So I did roll a 7.
The 7 was from the promo.
Yes. So there you go. So Carlton's going to start off here. So He's going to keep it simple. He's going to go for a collar and elbow, and he's going to basically shoot at the hip, take you down, and basically hold you in kind of like a front face lock. And I think what he's going to do then, he's going to, ooh, that's a 10. Nice one. So he's going to go for like 2 quick like shoulders, knees into the shoulders. So work them off down a bit. And his next job then is going to be to get you back on your feet, whip you into the ropes, and then turn you up with a big back body drop and take you down that way. So then Commander's going, I'll start from Titus here, as I suppose he's trying to put Rage through his paces here. I don't think he'll need to wait long. Okay, so he's going to go for a big body slam, a big power slam, but you're going to wriggle out of it and appear behind him. So what would you like to do? Or whichever way you want to do it, I suppose.
I suppose from the body slam, I slip back into a sleeper hold, and as he kind of starts fading, I stomp his knee out to bring him down to his knees.
I like it. Give us I'll treat it as a reel, if you don't mind. Right, so he's knocked out. He's dead. You've torn his ACL. There's been a mugder.
My stupid.
I'd like
this was meant to be my one clean match.
Right, so the sleeper hold has worked stupidly well, and so you've kicked his knee out, and he just kind of flops onto the mat. So where do you go from there, if you can?
I just cover him.
No, I want like the same like expression of like, the fuck did I do that? Like, and it's almost like
okay, actually,
it was a case of like you got really pissed off and just went, shut the fuck, and he just flopped down himself, and everyone's going like, what the fuck happened?
Well, yeah, I've got something for this. Okay, so he's down. I'm doing the whole, oh shit, did I do that? Whoops. But instead, I'm like, okay, fine. And then I say, Kyle, this one's just for you, buddy. And I lock in a figure 4 on the knee I just fucked up.
Oh, I like it. Work roll, please, James Rage, on that.
7.
Oh, it's a 7. It'll do nicely. So yeah, figure 4 is locked in. And like I said, as you lock into figure 4, it'll cut to Decker, like it's kind of camera shot from his sitting back in his office, just watching along, like a little cheeky grin on his face, just enjoying what he's doing, just having a real good time watching this match. And yeah, so let's see if Titus can kind of wake up first. Okay, he's still out. That was a 6, so he's still in the figure 4. James, you're in control of this. So what do you want to do?
Hold it, wrench it,
yeah.
Go for the finish. Hopefully the ref will call it. He's unconscious.
I would say, yeah. I think that might work. So give us a straight roll again there to see if I can top it. Basically, see if he wakes up. 10, right? Let's see. Can you get out of it? It's a 10. You matched it. So yeah. So the way it'll work, he's passed out. You're in the figure 4. You're torquing it. The referee will go like 1, 2. And he held it just in time as well. So he does kind of come out of it, and he just wakes up and he realizes, oh shit, my knee is in trouble. And we're gonna go for a little cheeky brawl here. So like you're both in the figure 4, and both of you kind of swinging at each other here. So so give us a roll, James, and I'll give a roll. Let's see who wins out on the punching aspect. And it's an 8. You beat my 5. So you're basically kind of scrapping while it's in the figure 4. So what do you want to do?
I transition, I let go of it, and kind of just move up and lock in the guillotine.
Ooh, I like it. Over. Deadly. You have 5 momentum. Do you want to spend it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Plus 5 roll then.
Cool.
And that's a 13. Yes. So audience is in. Customary roll for Curtin Titus. It's a 7. He fights a little bit, so he's in the guillotine for like a little bit longer than normal. And again, it cuts back to Decker watching back in his office, going, "What's going to happen?" Go for it. I think something has happened. I'll continue on anyway. So Decker's looking back in his office, just watching it happen. And Titus is checked again. 1, 2, and 3. It's down for the count this time, and the bell is rung. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, James Ray.
Winning without even being.
I was totally here all along.
That's it. That was what we call a no-look finish. So, Jamie, talk us through the afters here.
Cool. So I grab a microphone, I pick it up, and I say, Kyle, this match was not for you, but there is a message to take away from this. Carlton Titus is the best student that I ever had. If that is what I am willing to do to him, just imagine what's in your future.
I like it. And give us a customary look roll for the promo Rage. Let's see if we can get the top of the cards. And okay, good. So a little bit of spare momentum as well. So lovely stuff, James. And that is that feud, nice and spicy for the future. So lovely stuff. Thank you, James Rage. So then we cut to commercial, and when we come back, the commentators go, well, like I said, we've seen that the James Rage Codecker match is now official. The contract has been signed, and it is really much stacking up to be a fascinating card now for Future Wrestling's Last Stand. We have a few matches already announced, such as Damon Garrick and Dahlia Thorne supposedly taking on Cutter in this Battle of the Rose family. Very intriguing to see what the next chapter in that is going to be. We've also see the intriguing Generations battle between Cyrus Gold and Jim Morris. But I suppose another match that's also very much on everyone's lips at the moment is the Future World title match between Alan Morph and the defending champion Silver Fox. We're about to see Silver Fox in action now, but as you may have seen last week, Alan Morph was on the losing side last week, and as we understand, that has caused quite a lot of rumor backstage about about the veracity of his contendership. I suppose we'll be discussing that in detail later on as we understand it. But folks, let's get back into the action with some more singles competition. Oh, this is a good boy. Hey. I love that Jerry was totally distracted and went, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is actually Alan Moore.
To be fair, I thought I recognized the face. I just couldn't say.
James Ray, will you be my manager for Final Stand?
Yes.
Yes,
I will.
Off we go on a magical adventure. Oh, great. So, with that in mind then, the bell rings and we are away. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
Two falls. Wait, one fall.
Sure, just the one this time.
Cheers, Kev. Thank you. See, Kev gets it right. Honestly, you're worse than Foxy for your numbers. Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 240 pounds from the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, Captain Jack Freedom. So again, it's the usual stuff. He comes out with his stars and stripes. He's hot dogging to the crowd. He thinks he's the best boy. He thinks he's got the crowd in the palm of his hand. He doesn't. The crowd are booing. But he's tactically ignoring it because he's got something. And he has this beautiful stars and stripes type microphone, all decked out in blue, red, and white. Because I'm sorry to say that, but Jack Freedom has a promo and he wants to talk. He wants to talk to the crowd. So guys, look, all right. I know over the last couple of weeks, we haven't really seen eye to eye on anything. I think it's something about you libtards or something. Either way, I wanted to just say this just outright, that my green card expires in 2 weeks' time, and I don't think I'm coming back, to which that gets rapturous applause. Okay, that was not the reaction I was expecting, but okay. I just wanted to say, though, I am so stoked to be going up against the future world champion right now. And just considering that Mr. Midas is in a very generous mood and Silver Fox doesn't have an opinion anymore, I was hoping that he could do what happened last week and give me a title match, just so I can go home to my pops. You know, he has a big trust fund back in the States. He has a lot of money, and I wanted to show that even I can make gold as well. So if it's okay with you guys, I'd like this to be a title match. Can we do that? He's looking at the referee going, the fuck are you looking at me for? GM's backstage. It's so come on, guys, let's get this crowd going. Title match. Come on, you over there, front row. Title match. Okay, you must be deaf. Title match. And he keeps going this until the music.
If we have to him pushing out a growler with that microphone going with his camera off, I'm not going to be happy.
Pretty much. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring his opponent, Silver Fox. Bit of a delay. And the ring announcer calls him again. Silver Fox. But then the only person that walks out is Rob Midas. He motions for the music.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell, what?
Okay, huh?
He motions for the music to be cut, and he has a microphone himself.
Right, listen. Jack Sparrow, whatever the fuck your name is, go to the back, look for the Black Pearl, drink a bottle of rum and piss off, because you're not getting a title shot, you're not getting a match. Just get to the back, because I have something to say. You're not getting your match. Fuck off.
Does that mean like the default win? Can we pretend that's a win? The referee's just going, get the fuck out, dude. Right, so he scrambles out into the crowd, and Rob Midas walks into the ring.
Walks in the ring. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight you're not going to see my client, Silver Fox, in action, and I'm going to tell you why. I wasn't here last week, and it took 1 week, one show, one moment for Silver Fox to make a mistake. I wasn't here, and he showed pity. Just think about that word for a second. Pity on that little pissant, that little costume-wearing freak, Alan Morph. He showed pity on him because I wasn't here. So what I've done is I've given Foxy the night off. He's gone off to reflect on his actions from last week and to learn that you never, ever, ever show pity, especially to someone like Alan fucking Morph. Now, what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to invite Alan Morph to the ring because we've something to discuss. So, Alan, why don't you come out to the ring?
So Midas is kind of kept waiting the ring a couple of seconds, to which again he encourages Morph to come out again, and there's still no reply. But coincidentally, and purely coincidentally, an intern pops up to the commentary table and gives Mike and Kratos some nice coffees. Oh, thank you. Thanks, intern. Hey, he's good. He's nice, isn't he? Kratos, green tea with milk. That's yours. There you go. Thank you. I think mine is a peppermint. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So at which point, obviously, Midas notices this and starts getting rather annoyed.
I asked for one thing. And you know what I find funny? My client's not here tonight. And I am here all alone. And Alan Morph could have taken advantage of that. And I'm here all on my own. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I am sick. I am sick and tired of the pissants in this company. So what we're going to do is this. Alan, see tonight, you're going to be in action. You're going to be in action in the main event. I'm going to do that for you. You're going to be in the main event. But your number one contendership is going to be on the line. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait until later, until you're here in this ring to tell you who you're facing. So, Alan, until then, enjoy the rest of your night and make sure you get plenty of rest because, little man, you're gonna need it. Bye-bye. And off I go.
Indeed. And just out of curiosity, Casey, what's the intern doing on this point? Because he's just handing out teas and coffees to the ringside. So what's he doing here as Midas is talking?
He's handing out his coffees, listening intently. And a little bit curious as to what Midas means by plenty of rest. And then goes backstage.
So again, like we said, the camera work is quite clever here because like the intern's kind of like buzzing around as Midas is talking, but as like Midas ends to the point about the contendership, the intern is like in the corner and just stops, just kind of quick kind of look around, and then it scurries out through the crowd. So there's your main event for tonight, folks. As the commentary goes, well, it looks like Rob Midas, as we know, he's quite a political. By all accounts, and it seems he has some sort of power with the network because he has seemed to negotiate something out of that ironclad contract, and that number one contendership is not as secure as we once thought. And it seems that Alan Morph now has to fight for that contendership. We have no idea what the rules of engagement is for tonight. All we know is that Alan Morph is in the main event, and his number one contendership is on the line. Again, we have no idea what this could be, but we'll just have to wait until later on to find out. And indeed, we will. So, Mr. Midas, +2 roll on that, please, if you don't mind, on your look. And that's good. Yeah, so that's some momentum for later on, and lovely stuff on that front. So, indeed, we're not going to waste any time though. We're going to get straight into our next match, which is scheduled for One Fall.
One Fall.
Beautiful. Like the dulcet tones of an angel falling rapidly to earth. Introducing to the ring first. Weighing in at 221 pounds, representing the Rose family from Sandyford, County Dublin, Damon Garrett.
Boo that man. Boo that man.
Boo that Tory bastards. Woo! So, as you said, like, the commentators bring up to speed on what's been happening. Well, obviously, if you saw the very explosive encounter between Fred Rose and Cutter last week, you'll know that some sort of match is in place for Last Stand. And as we understand it, Cutter will be taking on the remnants of the Rose family in Damon Garrett and Dahlia Thorne. And supposedly, the win condition for Cutter is that he gets 5 minutes in a cage with Fred Rose if he beats the Rose family, which is quite an interesting carrot to put in front of Cutter, and
kinky.
A little bit interesting as well because I'm fairly sure that Cutter may be the favourite going into that match. Damon Garrett surely fancies himself as he's going up against some very interesting competition in the newly returned Cyrus Gold here tonight. And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 228 pounds, from Waterford County, Ireland, Cyrus Gold. Oh, folks, that is not Cyrus Gold's music, but nevertheless, I'm fairly sure. I don't have my... No, Jim Morris is due to compete later on, but Cyrus Gold is here, and so now what's happening?
So, slowly walk out and just with the microphone in hand, just give it a little tappity tap. I was like, well, at least the ring announcer yet again believes I'm from County Ireland. And you may be wondering why I'm coming out to this absolute horseshit entrance music. Not so little Jambon Morris. He has a habit of stealing stuff. He steals my moves. He steals my boots. He steals my knee pads. Last week he stole my spot by poisoning me. So I guess I'll return the favor today and I'll steal what he likes to call music. Anyway, I'm making my way down to the ring, and all I can see is Damon Arslick just standing in there, waiting to get his head kicked in. And of course, I need to keep looking over my shoulder because chances are Jim Morris is after stealing Shadow too at this point. You know what? I'm done. I'm just going in. I'm going to kick the fuck out of you, Damon. And if fucking little Jambon comes down after me, I'm going to kick the fuck out of him too. Because that is the gold standard for future wrestling. And then drop the mic after slowly walking down with the spiel and hop into the old ring.
And you'd be happy to know that there are indeed Damon Arslick chants in the crowd because that gimmick's on a stick. So, Kev, give us a cheeky roll on that promo. I'll allow a +1 for that.
Excellent. 9.
9, so that's a 10. Good stuff. You have momentum for your match. So, indeed, the bell rings. I'll play on behalf of Garrett tonight. So, give us an opening roll there, Kev.
Oh, first crit of the night.
Well, I don't need to say what my role was. So, yeah, Cyrus Gold wins that one. What's happening?
As I get up onto the apron, Garrick charges at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to duck. I'm going to hit him with the shoulder to the stomach, and as he feeds around, I'm going to just shoot through with the shotgun. Not the shotgun. The Gargano spear.
Oh, the Gargano spear. Yes, good. Well, like I said, because you had the critical allowed as a free roll, so you're in control. Hot start. What's happening next?
Just off that, I'm going to go for a pin straight away.
All right, then. Let's see. Let's see if Garrett kicks out. It's a 1, it's a 2, and a kick out. It's a close 2, but he does indeed kick out. So, Kev, you're still in control. My roll was not good enough. Continue on.
Cool. As he kicks out, I'm going to leave us separate. And as he gets up, I'm going to come in, I'm going to leave him get himself up into the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come in, I'm going to hit him with a big old hoe train, and I'm going to just grab him out into a butterfly suplex and fling him straight across the ring.
Ooh, okay. Right. I'm going to treat that as 2 power rolls. 1 for the hoe train and then 1 for the yeet.
10.
Good. So that's an 11.
And 6.
A 6. Okay, so the whole train is quite good, works out quite well, and then you the butterfly suplex works. Probably don't get the distance you want on it, but it's good enough to throw him across the ring, and he powders out basically on that one. So he powdered out. He's currently out in the ring. What's going to happen here? Okay, so this is a decent roll for Garrick. So what's going to happen is he's going to kind of like powder the ring. He's going to go towards the ramp. At which point Dahlia Thorne comes in to try and comfort the poor person. And the both of them are just kind of there at the ramp talking away, and the referee's going like, "Dude, get back in the ring! Get back in the ring!" So, Cyrus, what do you want to do here?
As he's arguing with the ref, I'm going to slip out the opposite side of the ring.
Yeah.
And I'm going to very sneakily go around and just appear behind him.
Yeah.
And just going to bop him straight in the face, big old punch.
I like it. Yeah, re-roll on that, please.
10.
10, and that makes it 11. So it's a very good bop, right on the nose. And Dahlia is there going, like saying things in Sandy for going, "Hey, no, I can't believe you did that." And basically, you have Garrett back in control here. So, what do you want to do?
As I hit him, I'm just going to roll him into the ring, and I'm going to just look at Dahlia and just say to her, "You're just like Jim Morris. You think you're a household name. But you know what? Just like garbage, once you're there long enough, you stink too." And then slide in after Arslick.
I love it. I love you getting your jabs in real quick. So Cyrus is in. He's rolled back into the ring. Obviously, he's beating the referee count. You're still in control of the match.
Cool. Garrick is going to get up at that point, and as he's getting up, I'm going to just hit him an old kick and send him off the ropes. And as he comes back, he's going to try and clothesline me, and I'm going to duck in under, catch him, and go for the gold plating.
Ooh, I like it. You have 5 momentum, Cyrus. Do you want to spend it?
Let me spend 3.
3. Okay, then. So it's a +3 roll on the gold plating.
8.
It's an 8. It's an 11. So it's good. It's a solid gold plating. Let's see if Garrett kicks out from it.
Oh, no, he doesn't. There's no pin there.
No pin.
After the gold plating, I then go for the golden rings.
Aha.
Within the last of my momentum.
Aren't you a clever dick? +2
I
on
am.
that.
And it's a critical.
It's a critical golden rings. Wow. Okay. So the way this is going to work is so you lock in the gold rings, you lock it in, and as this is happening, Fred Rose is walking down the ramp. Well, I say walk, he's waddling down the ramp, looking like he's remonstrating, going, "This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable." But just as he gets to the ring, he's about to do something. Eric taps out right before Fred Rose gets to the ring. And we hear the bell ring. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Cyrus Gold!
As he taps, being the really nice and upstanding gentleman that I am, I let go straight away. And as I see Fred Rose running down to the ring, I'm just going to pick up Garrett, Garrick, whatever his name is, and I'm just going to throw him over the rope as if I'm throwing him at Fred Rose, assuming is just going to get out of the way, and Arslick is just going to eat the mat.
Brilliant. I love it. I'll allow that because it works out quite well for what happens next. So again, Garrick hits the mat, and the Rose family are all kind of congregated, checking up on Garrick. But as this is happening, we hear Jim Morris's actual music this time, and he has been watching the match because he's up next, and I'm sure he has a few pointers for Mr. Cyrus Gold.
All you see is me kind of sit back onto the middle rope at the upside of the ring and just here we fucking go.
Lecture time.
I had to watch that performance there, and I've taken a few notes of what you just did in that little match. So, do you know what? Anything you can do, I can steal a whole lot better. So I'm about to go out there and put on a true masterclass in that ring and do everything you did, but just a little bit better. All right? Get my opponent out here.
As he says that, no. As he says that, I'm calling for a mic. I'm taking notes. Jambon, taking notes. You're only doing that because you need someone else to tell you what to do. You can't come up with an original thought at all for yourself. Now, you think you can come down and say anything I can do, you can steal better? The only thing that you steal is the stink of shit from the toilets back there after Cutter and Big Sven have been in there. That's the only thing you can steal that is... No, sorry, I say steal, that's actually a lie. That's the only thing you bring that is your own, is that kind of stink. You know what? You have your opponent coming up now. He's going to have a very easy time with you. So you know what? I'm just going to get out of the ring. I'm going to leave you have it. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy watching as you get the ever-living shit beaten out of you.
Excuse me, Cyrus Gold. We are not finished here tonight. What you have just done is humiliate my son-in-law in front of the world's audience. And you
finally come across someone more annoying than me. Shut up and leave me wrestle.
You will wait until I am finished, old man. Sit down and wait your turn.
Old man Jambon. Old man Jambon.
Cyrus Gold, you have made a cardinal mistake here in Future Wrestling. You have made an enemy of the Rose family. And by doing so, you have made a very big mistake because the Rose family is far more important, far more bigger than you ever will be. And there is nobody on this roster that can challenge that. What the hell? What the hell?
I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it.
Man, my God, that's Cutter's music. Is that Cutter's here? He's here. We were told he wasn't here, going to be here at all. Oh, the Rose family are scrambling already. They're gone. They've run out from the ring. I've never seen Fred Rose move as fast in my life. Garrett is out as well. That is incredible.
As that happens, by the way, I want to do a quick spot here.
Go for it.
Jim Morris is facing up the ramp and watching the monster of his color coming down. I'm slipping back into the ring and I'm hitting him a big old dirty low blow and a big lovely gold plating, and then I leave.
Okay, I will allow it, Cyrus, if you spend some audience to do it.
How much audience do I have?
You have 3, which means you won't be top of the card. You won't get a stat boost.
Put all 3 in there. It's worth it for what I'm doing here.
Fair enough. Right, so this will be a +2 roll. This will be a +2 roll. An 11, they'll do it. So you get some audience back, which is good. But yes, so you hit Jim Morris with a low blow and a gold plating, and Cutter is strolling down to the ramp.
I will warn you before I start, I'm on a fuck ton of codeine right now, so I'm a bit...
We get you at the right time. It's good, yeah.
Not even going to lie, I thought you were about to say Coke, so that's, you know...
Weird thing,
Giant.
I said it to Kev earlier, and he said the exact same fucking thing.
Gary, we just know him too well, boy.
Yeah,
that's it. Exactly.
Fuck.
So anyway, Cutter is walking down the ramp. Cyrus Skull slinks out and is happy with his work. And we cut to commercial. So when we come back down, we do see the state. We see Cutter ready to go. He's loose. He's happy enough. And then the camera cuts.
Fucking not.
Come on, Dennis. Kayfabe. Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Yes.
Of course. Just keep this exact same. Just don't move. Just stay right there. There you go. You're fine. And as for Jim Morris, then the camera cuts to him, and he's there just like sucking wind in the corner, not happy, livid, as you can imagine. But he says, "I'm good. I've got this. I'm good. Let's do it." And again, the bell then rings. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
Introducing
All
the
of
corner.
one variety.
Corner to my left, weighing in at 229 pounds from County Cork, Ireland, Jim E. Morris. And his opponent, weighing in at 397 pounds from parts unknown, Connor. And we are away in a hack, lads. So, you know the drill, lads. Give us your opening rolls. Let's see who starts off.
Boop. That's an 8. Oh, that brightness is way up.
It's
8.
an 11. 11 for Jim Morris. Good roll. Right, Jim, take control. What's happening?
I'm going to start off by immediately going for a shoulder to the stomach.
All right.
And then screaming at the top of my lungs, already something I've done better. And then I hit him with
better than who?
Irish Gold. I was taking out everything he was doing in the last match.
Oh.
I'm stealing everything he was doing. I literally took notes. I literally took notes.
You dirty thieving bastard.
In fairness, lads, I wanted to see old man Jambon try the Gargano spear and get stuck between the ropes.
No, he just does it really slowly. It's like...
Just wait. Nah, look better too. I then, once he fall, I don't know, would he fall to his knees, I suppose? Yeah, he's a big man. He fall to his knees, and then I bounce off the ropes, and I hit him with a 2-foot into the side of the head.
Okay, right. So that'll be we'll treat that as a straight roll, Jim, if that's all right.
Cool.
It's a 7. Yeah, it's fine. So you do hit him with the 2 knees, and you're still in control of the match.
I pick him up and try and Irish whip him as I usually do into the ropes with force, but realise very quickly that I'm still a bit staggered from the start and go, this isn't possible. So I just bounce off the ropes and take his knees from under him and then hit him with a DDT.
Right then. So that'll be a work roll, Jim, please. +2. And yeah, that'll do nicely. Still in control of the match. Continue on.
I then leave him get up on his knees and I give him a bop in the face. Right between the eyes.
Right between the eyes. That's a real roll, Jim. -2. Jeez, you needed it. So yeah, it's a 9, and the bop is successful. And I get the feeling this is just making Cutter even more angry. But you're still in control of the match for now. So continue on. I love, I don't know, by the way, I love the meta here about the actual tag team ganging up on somebody. Like, just kayfabe just colliding here. It's beautiful. Incidentally, by the way, that run-in was perfectly timed because I had you queued up for like a minute.
I know. This wasn't planned, by the way. I was taking the night off.
Okay, it wasn't planned. Yeah.
No, I was taking the night off, but then I started feeling better. So I was like, I messaged Jamie and I was like, "Has it come to my match yet?" And he was like, "No, you'll make it." I was like, "Ah, fuck it, I'll hop on for a minute and fucking do it."
I love that. Yeah, so yes, unfortunately Jim is still in control for nail cutter, so you have to wait. What's next, Jim Morris?
I have to ask because I'm not entirely sure what it was. You might have said it, but I missed it. What is the gold plating? What's the gold plating?
It's like a full Nelson
donut.
Is it? It's a
full Nelson up into a flip out.
Face buster.
Full Nelson into face.
Won't be fucking attempting that. I won't fucking attempting that.
That's my legit finisher, so you cannot steal it.
Don't tell him that. That'll make him want to steal it more. Fuck, dude.
Don't volunteer spots, man. What's good?
If I am gonna steal it, it ain't gonna be fucking now. I get him back up again while he's still on his knees, and this time I just hit in 2 knees into the back of the head.
Okay,
like,
so
really, I just want to get this match over. Don't keep hitting him in the head.
Down, yeah.
It may just do it.
It could do, but it's gonna be another real roll, Jim. -2.
I have been knocked out before.
This is very true.
That took a baptismal font, though.
Yes.
No, it was before that. James Rage knocked me out.
Exactly. Well, it seems to be working so far. Cutter's still subdued, and Jim, you're still in control.
Right. Sign up with us. 1 second. Right. I will pick him back up again and do those Daniel Bryan kicks, where he kicks it going right up the body and then end it on the head.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm going to treat it as a luck roll, Jim. -1. Ooh, 12. Wow. Jim Morris is on fire here.
He didn't even need to come in this week.
I tell you what, lads. I think Jim Morris is not only a stealer, he's a fucking cheater as well.
No, we'll wait. He'll roll about another 6 more 12s, and then it'll start getting suspicious.
Jonathan, can I interfere?
He did burn up your audience, Cyrus. I'm afraid that's burnt up. So I can't.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to get in there. He's like, let me in.
I've got a gimmick. I've got a spot.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to grab Cutter's leg and just pull him out under the ropes.
Lads, you aren't actually a tag team in this RPG. You do get that, right? I know it's instinctive, but you're not actually.
We can't use our actual spots, Kev.
You're not actual brothers in the RPG, right? I just want to point that out. Jim, continue on there.
And although it's going to be a hassle for me, I will attempt to go for the golden rings, which is a completely different move that I didn't steal.
Of course, mate. Of course. Right, so he's going for the golden rings.
About that.
Yes.
Hold on.
The golden rings is how I finished the last match.
We've now established that he is a stealer, a cheater, and now a fucking liar. So, okay. Yeah.
He is the trifecta. Jerry, he's up there stealing Eddie Guerrero's whole gimmick. He lies, he cheats, and he steals.
Mama,
how did I not realise that?
Fucking Langer heat over there.
Fucking Lego. Fucking Lego heat.
Langer heat, or as we used to call him in the business, Jer Murphy. So yes, Jim, I will ask you for a straight roll on that, please. Good roll. It's an 8. Right then. So Cutter, you're currently in the golden rings. So give us.
That's Rings of Saturn, yeah.
Yes, it is a Ring of Saturn.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Give yourself a roll. See if you power out of it.
Sorry. Yeah, I need to do that first. Hey.
That is the correct. That is the correct answer. That's an 11. So yes, you're going to power out of it. What are you going to do?
So I'm imagining to power out of it, I'm just bringing my right arm off and just muscling out like that. So I just want, it's kind of, yeah. Tell me how many times I need to roll for this. So I want to just elbow back into the head. That'll give a little bit of separation where I'll get up and the monster's angry. So I want to just grab him by the neck on the ground and lift him up into the double choke bomb. Double sit out choke bomb. It's not a finish. I'm not going for the finish, but double sit out choke bomb.
Okay, it's going to be 2 rolls then. So the first one is real, and then the next one is a power roll. So we
did I adjust my reel last week, or is that?
You did. It is now a straight roll. Yes.
Okay. 1 second. 8.
It's an 8. Good. Okay, so that's successful. Now you're going to get him into the double choke bomb.
Oh no! 3.
Ooh. Okay. So the +2 doesn't work.
Where's
He's
that?
going to reverse the double choke bomb. Jim Morris, how are you going to get out of that?
Double choke bomb. Can I slide down his back from there?
No.
Yeah, dirty bastard.
Double choke bomb. You're going to be in front of me.
Yeah,
I'm going to be holding you up.
Toys or something.
The only thing, if you're looking to reverse it into a
you?
pin, you could do a turnaround into a victory roll.
No, I'm gonna be a fucking just a complete and utter shite bag and wiggle my way out of it and just kick you in the balls as hard as possible and dip. So I don't care what's going on. I'm not making that. It's the reason why I kept going for the head. There was a reason why I kept going for the head. I hoped I could knock you out.
That'll be a disqualification.
That will be a disqualification, but
are you sure you want to do that?
Still move, Jim. Spend +2 momentum to do it.
Yeah, I'll send the +2.
Okay, then go for it. And it works, yeah. So that came to an audience, ironically enough. But yes, it is a DQ win, and the match is thrown out. Cutter will win by DQ. But let's see what happens in the afters. So there's 3 people in play here. So Kev, Jim, and Dennis both give us rolls here. If you don't, all 3 of us go give us rolls here.
Okay.
I want to see who comes in first.
So that's 9.
9.
Well,
9. And 12. Okay, right. So here's how it's going to do. We're going to go with a bit of a last laugh situation here. So Jim and Dennis, can you give us a roll again there, please? Because you both got the same.
I never get them.
12. Okay, right. So here's how it's going to go. So Jim, you're going to have your spot first. Then Cutter's going to get his second, and then we're going to end on Cyrus Gold. Okay, this is how it's going to go. So Jim, what are you going to do now? You've got the DQ. You've got the DQ, and you've hit Cutter in the crotchal area, if you like.
It's great that I look like I'm actually selling it in real life.
I was going to say, yeah. You hit him in the little shotgun.
Take this opportunity, Jonathan. I'm so high, I'm going to fucking laugh like a hyena at all your jokes.
Hopefully the safety was on, or else we're all fucked. So Jim,
but I'm not going to lie, you even look high, so it's good.
I really am, man. I really am.
I love as well because the coffee has almost looked like the hemp leaves as well. So it's like we've got like a dude love equivalent of Cutter here. It's great. So Jim, you have first go here. What are you gonna do first?
Do I going to talk, or am I just going to do another move?
It's actually
whatever you want.
You can do whatever. You can do something on Cutter, or you can cut a promo.
What I'll do is I'll do it quickly. I'll just get a microphone and I'll go. You didn't accept my match yet at the pay-per-view, at least as far as I'm aware. He didn't, did he?
He didn't. Sorry,
you were breaking up there.
Oh yeah, did he accept my?
Oh yeah, he would have done in the interim. Match. Yes, he did. Yeah. So the match is.
All right, cool. Okay. Okay. So I'll just repeat what I said earlier. Anything you can do, I feel better, and I'll put him into the ring starting. Well, I'm staring at the camera. Hopefully, the camera's there.
Okay, right, good. So yeah, so you're gonna go for the brass ring here. The Commodores go. Well, like I said, no matter what you think of the tactics of Jim Morris, it seems to have been effective tonight. Even if he's lost this match, he's making his point to Cyrus Gold, and he currently has the big man in the brass ring, golden rings, whatever you want to call it. He is currently locked in. Can Cutter power out of it? Yes, he can. So Cutter, what do you do?
So, am I working off my 12 here, or is that just to see who goes?
No, you're working off the 12 here. So whatever you do is going to be effective.
If that's the case, I want to do the exact same as I did before, which is I want to power out of it again, showing that he can't lock it on me. And I want to lift him up, and I want to put him in Armageddon and just slam him down.
Very good. So again, we'll have like a really nice slow build to this where like the crowd are chanting for Cyrus Gold, Cyrus Gold, Cyrus Gold, and he's not coming out at this point. And Cutter just goes, fuck this, stands up, powers out, and into Armageddon, which for the uninitiated is basically the Fisherman Suplex
power slam.
Power slam, yes. And that lands Morris quite snugly onto the top of his head, which is nice. But at that point, then Cutter is shaking away. He's kind of starts walking out of the ring. He's left Jim Morris laying in the middle of the ring. And as Cutter's walking up the ring, Cyrus Gold is walking down the ring. So, last laugh, Kev. What is happening?
Well, I want to make sure that we exchange a little stare off because there's no reason that we're friends.
Very true.
I want us to have a little stare. No, nothing happening, but just that's if Kev agrees. It's his spot.
Yeah.
But
No, I was going to say that as we're walking down, we give each other a little stare off, and I just look and go, "That was nice," and just keep walking past him. And microphone in hand, as Jim Morris is just laid out in the ring, I'm going to come down into the ring and just with the mic's like, Jim. You say anything I can do, you can steal better. All I see is a fella that got knocked the fuck out.
Did he actually say that? Because that's a great fucking quote. That's really, I really like that.
Jerry gave him that line.
I really like that line. That's really good. I should have known it was Jerry.
I came up with it. That was me.
I really like that line.
Wasn't Jonathan, wasn't Jim Morris, wasn't even James fucking Rage. It was me. All right.
Sorry, Kev. That was just really. I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to keep fucking interrupting.
You're grand. So say, all I see is someone that got laid out by that big monster up there, and trying to steal the golden rings, and he broke out twice. The thing is, when I lock it in, nobody gets out. And then I just bop him in the head with the microphone and put him into the gold rings and just wrench until the refs come down and break it up.
Good stuff. So yeah, and again, the commenters go, well, like I said, I think it's fair to say Cyrus Gold has taken the gamesmanship, the mind games, whatever you want to call it, very, very personally here. This feud has gone quite nasty as of late, and it seems that whatever's going to be happening at Last Stand, it could be very much that for one of these competitors. And as we know, Kratos, from what we've heard in the interim, the actual submission maneuver we're seeing in the middle of the ring now, the brass ring, the gold ring, is actually on the line. Whoever loses this match will have to basically make a promise, if you want to call it, a gentleman's agreement, that move is not used again by them in a wrestling environment, which is a very interesting wager, if you like, for this competition. But it looks like right now Cyrus Gold has got all the marbles here, as he's shown Jim Morris a taste of the golden rings.
Can I just say that AEW has fucking ruined that microphone spot for me? Because now I just imagine him going in and going, eh.
That was why I did it.
I was really hoping for, right? When I knew I was going to do that again afterwards, I was really hoping I'd roll a 12 so I could prove a point that the brass ring is better than his one.
I was say, it's like, doesn't count. I'm still great.
No, literally just like when I do it, it's clearly better or something like that. That's what I was hoping for, because I was going to come up with something not so witty afterwards.
See, that's why it worked so much better that you didn't get it on either of your attempts.
Well, to play devil's advocate as well, I've never faced Cyrus Gold, so nobody in the audience would ever know whether he could do it to me either.
Oh, he could.
We'll find that out later, you bitch.
Oh, you know what? I mean, I haven't done the card yet for the go home show. You know, that's a tasty deal. That is.
Now,
So
Cyrus has a Brock Lesnar contract. He doesn't have to perform next week.
yeah, that's what you fucking
Right.
think.
On that, lads, I am going to go because
Thank you, Dennis, for popping
still
in.
in
Quite
pain.
literally. Yes.
So,
man.
Take it
Bye.
easy, Dennis. I unfortunately
Dennis,
need to
good
go
luck.
myself as well because I've got an early start at work.
Lovely, Kev. Thank you for your company. Appreciate
All right,
it.
lads.
And
Take
I'm
it
also
easy.
going. I'm
See you
also
later.
leaving as well because I gotta go for a walk and I'm fucking bad enough as it is, so I
Brilliant.
gotta leave.
Right, lads. Cheers.
Try the little circle there. Fine. Good night. See ya.
Good night.
All right, lads.
Right then. Anyone else want to leave yet? No. You're in the main event, you melt.
I know.
Right. So there is it's just Violet's promo and the main event, and that's it.
Perfect. Okay.
So we're good. We should be done in half an hour. So yes, again we go back to commercial. We get a bit of a reminder of the match card for Last Stand, and then this little nugget from commentary. Well, like I said, we have a fantastic card already lined up, but one match that we have actually just heard this past day, Kratos, is, and it was apparently signed today, that Selena will indeed have one more match here in Future Wrestling, as I'm sure you know quite well. And she is going up against Violet Storm, who is someone she knows quite well from over the years. And this feud has gone very, very personal, very, very quickly. As you see, and we get a bit of replay of what's been going on. We see Selena pulling Violet Storm out of the Battle Royal, and then Violet Storm getting her kind of like her revenge then the week after, and they're just kind of giving the general recap of that. Now, as we understand it, this is not just going to be any ordinary match. I don't know the full details of it, but I believe our broadcast colleague Pete Thursday is joined backstage, and hopefully we'll get some more information on that now. And indeed we do. Just getting the card in a second.
Yo, go on, P. I'm probably your only fan.
You are literally the only fan. You are literally the only person that likes him. So with that in mind, hey folks, welcome back to Future Wrestling. As my broadcast colleagues there have said, that Last Stand is rapidly approaching, and we have one huge stellar match to announce, and that is between Selena and Violet Storm. Now, unfortunately, Selena not here tonight, but Violet Storm is. She's going to come in here. Yeah. So Violet, obviously. There's a lot of history between you and Selena. There's been a lot of back and forth over the last couple of weeks. We know that Selena's situation here in Future Wrestling is rapidly ending. But you obviously have some thoughts about that. I'd like to hear, first of all, what are your thoughts about Selena as a competitor, first off?
As a competitor? We've known each other for a long time now. But as a competitor, she was going to just disappear into the sunset and leave unfinished business. So, could that be classed as running away? I suppose. But look, she's done what she's done in the business. Yeah, that's all great, but time is ending. So, may as well put an end to it.
Well, obviously, you've in a way, you seem to have kind of taken offense that she has kind of leaving without settling the score with you. If I may ask, obviously, she kind of made a point earlier, a couple of a month ago, and in fact, she kind of used you to kind of get to the title picture. But if you don't mind me saying so, Violet Storm, there seems to be something a bit more personal than that. Is there something that has happened between you two in the past, or is this just about the championship for you? Is it just proving your worth?
It's pretty much that she thinks that I'm riding her coattails to make my way in this world. No, I have made every single step on my own. She may have mentioned my name, but I'm the one who backed it up. So she thinks that she is the be-all and end-all. Well, let's put an end to that one too.
Well, obviously, the match was made official. You got the general manager's attention last week with that attack on Selena, doing exactly what you need to do. And as I understand it, this match that we're going to have is something quite special, Violet Storm.
Well, she keeps saying that, she's basically looking down on where I've come from and what we've been doing. So let's bring it back to the roots. Let's bring it back to a backyard match and see just how big of a mouth she has and how much she can back it up.
Indeed, that seems to be the case. Obviously, you've wrestled in backyard matches before. Even here in Future Wrestling, you must seem to think you have the upper hand there.
Oh, I know what I can do. I'm pretty certain I can put her down.
Well, short and sweet words there, but Violet Storm, thank you very much for your time here. And as we just heard there, a backyard match is set for Future Wrestling's Last Stand. Selina's final match here, her last stand, if you will, is against Violet Storm. Backyard match. You got to get excited, guys. This is a hell of a show.
And indeed, the commentators go, well, yes, indeed. We were promised some pretty hot news, and that is, it doesn't get any better than that. The backyard match, which was a staple of the Youngblood tournament a couple of months ago, a big hit, and it looks like we're doing it again in an outdoor arena as well, Kratos. It's a good thing we have the space for it, because I think these two competitors will need it, because this is a very personal feud, and it looks like it's going to get even worse than that. And Kratos is kind of meekly going, yeah, I'm not getting involved. No. Shut up! You can't make me speak about it. He's got a vow of silence. God love him. And there we have it. We're gonna roll right into our main event. Ding, ding, ding. The bell rings.
Do we get to pick weapons for the backyard match?
Oh yes, we do.
Fantastic.
Oh yes, we do.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Why do I think you
You've
have an
never
idea
seen one of
already?
these before, have you?
What?
Oh, Jerry, no, Jerry hasn't seen it. No.
Oh,
Right. The gimmick I have for the backyard match, it is like, you know, like how like GCW does their stuff, right? You know, like have an actual backyard setting, right? For our RPG, what I've done is whoever is in the room, if you get a successful dice roll, they get to throw in a custom weapon for the people in the match to use.
So we've had barbecue, dog poo on a stick.
Cheers.
Cheers.
we got to do the Lion King.
You did, yeah. You had a car.
All I'm
Gave
saying
somebody
is,
petrol.
all I'm
Yes.
saying is if
Thank
I'm
you.
there and I roll a 12 or whatever it is that you get, a 12-inch Mandingo dildo is getting thrown in there.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh,
Selena's private collection.
She'll just
And
have like a
I tell you
chip
one
full
thing, Amy will be fucking delighted.
No, I just have a mental image of just like, you know, like how like the Vince McMahon kind of like the image of him just like slowly rising from the corner, and he has like something in hand. I just want the same thing with Selena, but then just a dildo to go up slowly.
It's like it's gotta be like that fucking big thick bastard thing. Like
wait,
Right, more like you know, she finds it in the back and she's like, I thought I packed that. It wasn't meant to be shipped to Japan.
but does she have to be covered in blood as well as she's riding with it?
Probably
Like,
not. Probably not. No, I don't. I think that would give off the wrong impression, Jer.
yeah, Jer, come on, like bit of decorum for fuck's sake.
If that's the wrong
It's
impression,
just a 12-inch
what's the right
dildo, man. You don't have to be weird about it, all right? Honestly, you're sick
Okay.
minds, a lot of yous. Anyway, so let's roll into our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall.
bollocks?
Wonderful.
Oh, he won't fall.
Introducing first, weighing in at 240 pounds from the Timon Woods in Dublin, Alan Moore. So, happening.
So he comes out to the same attire he was wearing last week when he got defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Just a green barber thing. He's wearing the elephant mask from the Donuts game.
Yeah,
Like the trunk's kind of loose, so he's holding it.
yeah.
But you can see in his eyes, like he's rocked and he's
Okay, he's rattled. Yeah.
panicking. So he just goes into the ring, rolls in, and just kind of backs up to the far corner, just sits down on the second rope, just like kind of almost like Space Cadet.
Little bit, yeah. Wow, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? I wonder what that guy's doing now.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah. Count as
But
lucky
he's not
stars.
fucking here tonight anyway.
No, he certainly isn't. Gone back to his home planet, I presume. But nevertheless, the commentators. So, I presume, again, the commentators going like, well, I mean, like it's very rare we see Alan Moore psyched out of anything, really. I mean, we normally see him in a very kind of diverse range of costumes, and this was meant to be one of the same, but this is exactly the way he was last week, and looks like the costume is just a dire state as he is. I've never seen him this nervous or anxious, but it is gut check time. Like the main event of Last Stand is on the line here. Essentially, if he does not win whatever ultimatum that Rob Miles has set out for him, he is out of the main event, and indeed perhaps out of the show itself at this rate. So let's see what happens. And indeed, it is the case. What happens? So we get Silver Fox's music out as ever. And Rob Midas does walk out because, as we know, Fox isn't here tonight. So Rob Midas does then come out. He has microphone in hand. What does he have to say?
Well. There you are, Alan. You came out and you're in the ring. I don't understand why you couldn't come out earlier on, but you know what? It doesn't matter because you're here now. You're here for the main event, the match you should be in. But who are you going to face, Alan, huh? You see, I've negotiated this match, and no deck or anything could get involved. It was fantastic because, let's be honest, I do what I want. Fox is not here, and the main event. Alan, you're not facing off against one man. You're not facing off against two. You're facing off against three. You're facing off tonight in a fatal four-way match for the #1 contendership against my client's future championship. And you're facing off against every member of the Emperors.
Well, I shouldn't be surprised, but what you're seeing there is perhaps a clandestine deal with the mercenaries of this roster. There they are now, the Dragon Slayer Kazero, Vladimir Kaiser, and Kalpir Kalvale. They are the reigning tag team champions as well, a formidable unit. But let's not forget, they are individuals in their own right. They all want gold, and they will do anything to do it, which makes this even more of a hazard for Alan Morph, because once he's out of the picture, they get to fight amongst themselves for this. But like a pack of wild dogs, exactly what Rob Midas intended, and I'm sure he is going to be absolutely enjoying this torture of Alan Morph that we're about to see here tonight. I don't rate his chances. I do think that we have seen the last of Alan Morph here tonight. And indeed, the three members of the Emperors walk out in unison. They all take a corner and pose with the tag team titles, and they all keep in those corners, and then the bell rings officially. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is a fatal four-way match, and the winner gets to face Silver Fox at Last Stand for the future World Championship. Introducing first, weighing in at 219 pounds from Kobe, Japan, the Dragon Slayer, Kazero. Weighing in at 387 pounds from Gelsenkirchen, Germany, Vladimir Kaiser. And their opponents weighing in from Helsinki, Finland, weighing in at 227 pounds, Kalpir Kalvala. And finally, weighing in at 240 pounds from the Timon Woods in Dublin, Alan Morph. So KC, and of course Rob Midas, being the bollocks he is, he's sitting ringside in his lovely velour seat, scotch in hand, cigar in the other, enjoying everything about this. So KC, talk us through. You are facing up against all three members of the Emperor's faction. You're in the corner. What's happening?
Which one's the big one?
Kaiser.
So I'm gonna cut. So I stand up. Boot Kaiser on the balls. Take off the mask. Reveal a kind of white demon clown one. Take out a bar from the trunk. Smash Kalpe. Smash the other one, Kalpe.
Yeah, go for
it. Hit them with low blows each. Get the big one by the scuff in the neck. Headbutt him. But he doesn't fall. I open my mouth because I've beaten him. I've actually beaten him. Let him fall. I hit Kalpe in the head. He goes out the other side. I running knee to the other one. He goes out the other side. I go roll out to the outside. grab one, smash him into the steps, turn to the announce table. Mr. O'Neill. Sorry, yeah, Mr. O'Neill, Mr. Dublin, you might want to move. Take the cover off.
Go for it, yeah.
Take the cover off, grab two of them, chuck them over it, and bury them under the announce table. Right then, reach out under the ring, pick up a solid silver chain, wrap it around my fist, and the big one's left. Hit him 3 times in the skull, into the temple. Like when he's on the deck, I keep hitting him. Then I grab the chain, wrap it around his neck, drag him to the turnbuckle, and kind of almost surfboard stretch him around it. Plop the announcer table, the cover of the announce table up against the ropes. Tap the Future Wrestling logo, and look down. I see a mic. So I reach down, pick it up. You know it's bad when I have to grab the mic. There are 3 things I want to address right now. Firstly, I serve Future Wrestling, Kyle Decker, not some poxy intern over in the fucking network who doesn't know his ass from his elbow about this business. It was stupid. By the way, it was stupid, rash decisions like this that made people switch over to the competition. DVD telefish sharing. How you doing? Secondly, James, Boris Johnson. Yes, you have 2 wins over me. Twice you bet me. And that goes to show you that a veteran, an old, busted ass grandfather clock is right twice a day. Well done, mate. Thirdly, Bobby Midas. Oh man, where to begin with you? Pissant. Yeah, I am a bit of a wrecked head, as you can see. And a joke. Joke. Spoken like a true blow-in. See, you can ask anyone who cares about this business what Alan Morph is. Ask that little girl in her Violet Beaver t-shirt, right? Ask that guy with his arms folded that's actually one of Jim Morris's fans. Hey, Pekka, how you doing? They'll all tell you the same thing. Alan Morph. He has danced in storms. He has fought giants. And he has resisted your little Sith empire, Midas. Day in, day out, match in, match out. He shows up. He's here to fight. Now, and the funny thing was, your boy Gray Fox was the exact same. Boy, he fought as well. But the thing is, the difference is when the tolls of war added up on both of us, he blinked. He got weak. He reached out to you and you infected him with your dark gold. And now he sees me and he sees everything that he used to be and everything he could be as champion. He sees me as the last strand to his past. So, our last stand, Bobby Midas, Gray Fox, you are cordially invited to come and try to put this all kind of animal down for good. Like Ric Flair at WrestleMania, oh yeah, if you can. And as I wink, the lights go out and then they come back on and I'm gone.
I have to respond to that. I'm just saying I have to respond to that.
So he's gone again. Like the whole thing, like the whole flurry, just and it, like the commentators going like, I have never seen anything like that. Like I think we're all stunned at ringside. Like there's two members of the Emperors right here in front of us, buried under this thing. I've never seen anyone that angry. I've never seen anyone like that impulsive. It was like looking at a cage animal. It was serious. I've never seen such a rage before, if you pardon the pun. But nevertheless, I think we've just seen. If you wanted to see the real Alan Morph, I think you've just seen it. And quite frankly, Kratos, I do not feel comfortable with what I've seen. And Rob Midas sitting there in his chair, I don't think even he can believe what's going on here.
He's going to
Morph. See, this is what I wanted, Morph. I didn't want the guy who came out and slapped hands and wore his costume and was a little nice guy. I wanted the real Alan Morph, and I got him. I drew you out like you draw poison from a wound. But you see, when it comes to the pay-per-view, you will get a lethal dose, and there will be no drawing of the poison from you. I will put you down as well as Silver Fox. You will go down. And the word I'd like to use is, in the main event for the Future Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, you, my friend, are simply going to lose. And I walk away.
Beautiful. I think we end our show there with the maniacal laughter. It's like, I have no idea what bizarre universe we just walked into here. This is by far the strangest episode of Future Wrestling, the strangest ending we'll ever have. We still have another week to go until Last Stand happens. I have no idea what's going to happen from here. But by all accounts, it looks like Alan Moore versus Silver Fox is still happening. We've still got more to go from there. But folks, thank you for joining us here on Future Wrestling. We'll see you next time on the VCR Network. Doors open. Well. This is a surprise. Come on in. Take a seat.
I'd rather stand if it's all the same to you.
Sure. Camera's off, pal. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Where do I start? How about the fact that I can't say or do anything without being listened to by someone who runs off to the network?
What's that?
Look, Adam, I never wanted to get involved in your politics. It's none of my business. I just want to show up, have my match, pick up my paycheck and leave.
I can respect that.
Yeah, whatever. Now, I have more than enough on my plate at the minute. I have shit going on at home. I have shit going on at the asylum. And now I've got shit going on because of you. If I knew you were a marked man, I'd never would have signed that deal.
Jamie, you're not making any sense. Just come out and fucking say it.
Fine. Someone in your locker room is a rat. And that fucking rat scurried off to Fred Rose telling him that I could be bought. I say that because he had a little meeting with me before the taping started. And he's offered me cold hard cash to put one on you, to lay you out hard way.
That's so. How much?
I don't think you're listening, Decker. He wants me to injure you.
I heard exactly what you said. How much is he offering?
25 grand in cash.
Fucker.
If I accept it, I get 5 grand up front, the other 20 after the match when you're carried out.
That's what you've agreed on, is it?
I haven't agreed to anything.
So that's why you're here then. You asking my permission to take a bribe and lose everyone's respect.
Adam, do you have any idea what this is all about? They want you taken out and they want me to do it. I'm not a fucking mercenary. I'm not a tool to do someone else's dirty work. And what's more, someone out there is telling the network all of this.
All right. Look, one issue at a time here. First off, you need to decide very quickly about what he is offering you.
How so?
Come on, Jamie. People talk here. When shit goes wrong, everyone knows about it within the day. Let's say you're as shallow as they think you are. You take the money, you break my jaw, whatever they want you to do. What happens then? People start putting two and two together, and they realize you did Fred Rose a favor. Then you get saddled in his camp, and suddenly you're a made man with a network. But you're no longer one of the boys, and not one of them will work with you ever again.
I don't give a fuck what other people think of me. All that matters is what I think of myself.
Okay, so indulge me then. What does it say about your character if you take the money? For someone who prides themselves in their fighting ability, you'd be easily swayed by someone who sees you more as a hitman than an athlete. Where's that integrity you keep banging on about how you fight for yourself and no one else?
You don't need to read chapter and verse to me about any worker's code. I know exactly where I stand on this. And that's why I'm here now, rather than just taking the money and keeping you in the dark. Until you got a stiff elbow to the face and you're on the shelf permanently.
All right, fine. Let's leave the posturing aside for a minute here. We both want the same thing. Good, honest fight. You want to get some credibility? And I want people to know me for a good wrestling match, rather than some tragic accident.
At last, we agree on something. I don't want any interference in our match, kayfabe or not. I want to see who the better man is. I've heard you were good in your day. And lately, not so much. I want to see the real Kyle Decker. I don't want some half-bit politician who's got a target on his back, with every suit from here to the VCR network gunning for him.
Jamie, what do you think they asked you?
Whoever leaked this to them thought I could be bought.
No. That's too easy. Far too easy. Why is it that they keep you and your Asylum boys on side, even though they pull the plug on your show? How come you guys are still on the books here, even though I didn't sign anyone from the Asylum except you? You've been blaming the mole all this time for Rose tapping you up, but I say these VCR guys have seen you as their own little mercenary group, sitting in their pocket, waiting to get used up.
So you're saying they're trying to manipulate me?
Absolutely. We all are being manipulated here. I've been frog marched into this match. I didn't want it any more than you did. But here we are. This is the situation we're in, and it's down to us to make the best of it. So you've got two choices. You take the money, torpedo any chance you had of a good match, or we both make a stand now, and all that bullshit ends here tonight. And come next Saturday night, we do exactly what we set out to do.
I've got a night to decide. He wants to meet me at the VCR Plaza tomorrow night, and I can't tell you how that goes.
Of course. You're not meant to be here after all, are you?
Nope. So I better leave before people start talking again.
Lewis.
What?
Word of advice given to a few people here. Whenever Fred Rose talks to you, document it. Make sure you have something recording at all times. Make sure nothing can be twisted in their favor when they do turn on you.
Good advice. I'll keep it in mind. Until next week, boss.